Wicked Pecker Off Road is, the brainstorm behind it was, there was a need for a product about 5 years ago. I bought a Honda Talon and rode up in the mountains a lot, and every one of the forums, people were complaining about water dripping on their knee. So I said, you know what? I can come up with a solution to that. So I actually designed these right here. Was the first thing for the Honda Talon. They mount on the sides of the roof and have a hose that run down the A-pillar down into the fender, and it keeps the water from draining off the roof and splashing on the driver and passenger's knees. And they've been extremely popular, #1 seller to date by volume. And it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of fitting to get them on there, but there was so much interest, I should say, talking on the forums when I was designing them, that when I finally launched them, and I had 28 orders in a matter of 5 minutes when I went on the forum. So from there, I mean, my background in school, I did drafting, AutoCAD. So I went into the CAD programs and I started designing products, and I started wondering what are other products that people need in the off-road world. And that's when I came up with the fuel can mounts. So the 3 different fuel can mounts. The 1 gallon can, people use them for chainsaws. They put pre-mixed oil and gas in the chainsaw and carry it on their side-by-sides around a ranch or farm on a Polaris Ranger or a Can-Am Defender. And then the bigger cans, the 2.5 gallon LC container, and the 2 to 3 gallon Rotopax cans, they mount those for long trips. And along the way, I needed a light bar for my side-by-side, and I designed a light bar. It's pretty unique. It's different than everyone else's. I come up with ways to make things easier to mount, everything included in the kit, down to the last bolt, if I can. My drip rails, they can come with the adhesive to mount them on the roof. There's no drilling or screwing or bolting or anything to do. You simply clean it, line it all up, put the adhesive on there, put them on, clamp them overnight, run the hose down with some cool little guides I made up later. The light bar is the same way. Everything's there that mounts to the roof down to the bolts. So all you have to do is pull the roof bolts out, mount the pre-assembled light bar on there, and hook up your wires. The center caps that I make for my wheels, it was a need. I had a machine that the center caps keep getting broken off every time I take it out. So I was like, there's a way here to make a better cap. And I made them so they're half as thick. They have twice as many mounting points for the System 3 bead locks. And it's really from a love of off-roading that made me, I guess, continue to do this. I take friends' ideas. When people come to me with ideas all the time and say, hey, how about designing something like this? And I think about it. Some ideas I go with. I think they're really good ideas. Other ideas, I don't think they're so good. I kind of weigh the pros and cons of making it. A lot of people that can use them absolutely love the products. I have heater kits for the Honda Talon and for the Can-Am X3 that aren't like a normal heater kit. They don't have a heater core. They pull air through the radiator, through ductwork, go to a blower motor, and it's a marine grade blower motor, so you can submerge it in water, you can do whatever you want. These motors are made for saltwater environments, so they can hold up to off-road environments. I've actually never had a blower motor go out on any machine that people have installed them on, or any of the machines that I've installed them on. Not one blower motor. And if they did, I'd send them another one. I try to make the customers happy. If anybody has a problem, even if it's their own fault, I try to send them a new part, unless it was obvious abuse and they're just trying to get something for free maybe, but that hasn't happened. I can't think of a situation where I wouldn't try to help them out. The products, the line is continuing to grow. People comment on different posts on the forums, and every time, you know, I peruse the forums and I try to see where there's something needed for the off-road community. I've since gone away from the Honda Talon, and now I have a Can-Am X3, and I've made the light bar for it. I made adapted the heater kit to fit that. Come up with vents for the windshield, so it defrosts the windshield as well, along with the heat. And again, uses a marine grade blower motor to pull already hot air through a radiator instead of adding a heater core and cutting into the water lines in different places. So I guess, long story long, I just try to come up with fixes for problems. Anybody wants to find me, they can go to YouTube, they can go to Instagram, they can go to Facebook, or they can go directly to the website at wickedpeckeroffroad.com. If they have any suggestions for parts, email me, wickedpeckeroffroad@gmail.com, and give me your suggestions. If I think it's a good suggestion, it's something that's needed and I can produce it, I will. I've done that in the past and sent people different things for giving me the suggestion. Center caps, fuel can mounts, that kind of thing. But yeah, wickedpeckeroffroad.com.